thinking them wealthy thoughts, baby.
Everything about you.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate, back with another episode of Wealthy Thoughts with my co-host, my friend, and yours,
Steve James. What's up, brother?
What up, bro? What up, bro? Today, I want to hop right into it. We talk so much about mindset. The name of our show is Wealthy Thoughts, which, thank you for coming up with that wonderful name. It's super dope. And I think what it represents is that there is a mindset that the wealthy have that the not so wealthy don't have.
For sure.
And so I think what would be cool today is let's look at some top business quotes that really in a, quick way encapsulate, certain thoughts, and let's just comment about what we think about them. So like the first one that come to my mind and that I looked up here is, this is a good one. So the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing.
That's about Walt Disney, ain't it?
That's Walt Disney. Yes,
I know
sir.
that quote.
For real? That's fire. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. We talk too much. People talk too much.
Talk yourself right out of opportunity.
Completely. We got to do. We have to get to doing. And if we could stop talking so much and start doing, then you'll learn what you need to learn. You'll get to what you need to get to. But all that hemming and hawing and talking back and forth, like, we're going to do this or not. That's why a lot of time when I deal with people, I'm short. It's like, I don't say we're not going to have no super long conversation. We're going to try to get through everything we got to get through, and then we're going to keep going. What you got for him?
Let me see. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs.
That's fire.
That's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory.
That's pretty self-explanatory. Like, but we do that. We like, and it ain't always our fault. Like, from a youth, you're trying to please your parents. You're trying to please your teacher, your coach. Because they're trying to lead you in a right direction.
Right.
But at some point, you got to decide whose life are you living? Yeah,
for sure.
Are you living your life or theirs?
And that's I think that's a struggle because we worry about what people think so much.
So much.
You know what I mean? Whether it's because I know for me, just us in general, growing up in the church but doing secular music, like that was a struggle for me because I'm like, I want to talk about this, but I'm scared what the people at the church gonna think.
Yeah.
And the minute that I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do me.
They not living your life.
The minute I broke that, I'm talking about now, it's church folk to listen to my music.
That's good, Steve. I was like, I was scared to write this.
You should have came out with that. But that just shows you the type of box that you can. But some people won't even break out of that.
Yeah,
they will be so worried about what other people think that they won't even do it.
Right,
and you'll never know what comes from it. So that's one of mine. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see here. I got success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Too busy to be looking for it. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau.
I like that.
I think so too, because when you are busy trying to be good and just doing meaningful work, like, I'm just going to do the best I can at the job I have or at the deal I'm working on, the entrepreneurship thing I'm pursuing right now. You typically you're going to get there. And, a CEO once told me, and I may have mentioned this before on the podcast, but you will be as big as you dream to be. So don't dream small.
I like that.
And now that life is happening and a lot of the things I wanted to pursue, I'm like getting there. I wanted to have a second income. Well, the Turo thing happened 2 or 3 years ago. Now it happened. I wanted to be a vendor for a big box company. Now we got the Diamond Shine thing. Like, it's like, man, these are my dreams and they're coming to pass. It's like, but if I just stay busy doing them, usually the success comes. So
I like that.
What you got?
Well, that goes into mine. It's not about ideals. It's about making ideas happen.
Yeah.
That's by Scott Belsky. So we can come up with plans and ideas and Oh yeah, I got an idea to do this. I got an idea to do this, but then never put it to work.
How many sessions sitting around talking about ideas and we should do this, we should do that.
Never do it.
Never do it.
Yep.
Because it ain't about the idea. It's about putting it in action.
Yep.
Eddie, what you got? Walk around here. Just here. I don't know if they're gonna be able to hear. Because I was gonna try to repeat it, but
Big gems. Yeah, that was a quote.
right.
Am I good?
Yeah.
If a task has once begun,
Yep.
never leave until it's done. Be that labor, great or small, do it well.
Or not at all.
Shout out to the good bros.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I think people be thinking that, certain things with like the brotherhoods and the Greeks is all about partying, but there's some good knowledge that you get when you around a good brotherhood. And like, if you're not gonna do it the right way, don't do it at all.
Yep.
I love that. What you got, Steve?
You saw me?
Oh, is it back on me? It's back on me. I'll do another one. I'll do another one. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. I like that because even though you don't want to hear it, feedback is a gift. And a lot of times people won't give you feedback. Like if you go into a restaurant and have a bad experience, maybe that thing could be changed. Maybe the bathroom is disgusting and you never come back to that restaurant. But if somebody would have just told you,
hey, y'all need to clean that bathroom up.
Right. And you might
Straight
think,
to the owner.
Right. It might be an unhappy customer, but it's your greatest feedback. Now you got to put some systems in place to make sure you're delivering a great customer experience.
Yeah.
Like, so don't be mad because somebody, they just a bad customer. No, they probably is going to be your greatest learning. If you can,
Man, we at Enterprise, we had a saying that the customer is always right.
Yeah.
No matter what.
They right.
The customer's always right. And that always stuck with me because it's like,
really?
we're catering to the customer.
Yeah.
So if the customer, whether we know they're not right,
Yeah.
okay, have a good day.
Okay, you're still right.
Yeah.
You're not.
You're not,
But our motto is that you are because you're paying us.
yeah. All right, I got one. Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. Richard Branson.
I love that. I love that. I feel that too.
Easy.
You feel like this is my last chance I'm ever gonna be able to do this, and it's like, not really, bro. It's another opportunity coming. So what? You missed the last one.
Yep.
You gonna be all right. That's good. That's good. Okay, I got a Richard Branson one. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. And I don't know if I fully agree with that. I think it's okay to be embarrassed, but don't stay in embarrassment.
Right.
Don't get stuck in embarrassment. Yeah, I've done some embarrassing things, but I'm not going to be just not coming out the house for the rest of my life because I embarrassed myself.
Sitting in it.
Right. Like, we got to get back up and try again. Like, you got to learn from them and start again. And I think that's the worst thing for people's mindset. You can always tell when somebody's stuck in a past failure because it's like they bring it up all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, I had tried to buy a house, but it didn't work for me. And so
Just living in the past.
living in the past, like, okay, you only tried one time, try again.
Right.
Like, I tried to get a credit card one time and it didn't work. So I tried to get out of debt and it didn't. It's like, come on, you have to learn from that and feel, okay, what was the learning I get from that so I can start up again? It's on you. It's on you.
I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder.
Estee Lauder. I never dreamed about it. I worked for it.
I worked for it. I like that.
I worked for it. I worked for it. Again, can't skip the work.
No.
You can't skip the work. Like, people don't realize shooting this podcast is work.
Yeah. You could dream about shooting a podcast all day until you get up in front of that mic and camera.
Right.
Have to sit there. It's different.
Right. That silence is hit you like, okay, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's different.
It's work. You got to get in the habit of working the thing. It ain't just dreaming about it.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't got to dream when you're going to put it to work.
Facts.
Okay. What we got? I like this. If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. Ooh. Reid Hoffman. That's the guy that's started LinkedIn. If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. Yeah, we got to get out of this perfectionism thing. A lot of entrepreneurs that want to get out of the blocks are too worried about, am I doing it perfect? And it's like, if you're not getting out the idea quickly and rapidly, then you're not going to get enough feedback on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if the feedback is going to be the thing that help you, what do we used to say? You can't improve what you haven't started. You can't improve what you haven't started. And I feel like this is that right there. If you're not embarrassed by the first version of a product, you've launched too late.
I like that. Play by the rules, but be ferocious. Phil Knight.
Phil Knight.
Deep.
Nike. Play by the rules, but be ferocious.
Yeah, deep.
What do you think that means?
I think it's because Phil Knight, I mean, once you watch the movie, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's live right, do things right, but do it very aggressively.
Yeah.
And when that is, if an opportunity comes, someone's doing it and they slip or whatever, and you got a chance to slip in there, it's just like you got to be confident in that.
Business is a serious sport.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you can play. It's like imagine if nobody ever got
don't be shiesty.
Yeah, don't be shiesty. Don't try to. I'm thinking of it in the basketball terms. Don't try to injure nobody.
Right.
But play some defense.
Yeah, for sure.
You mean you ain't never had a foul called on you?
Yeah.
You ain't never broke the rules?
Yeah.
You ain't never, like, you playing too nice.
Yeah.
Be ferocious. Like, make it to the point where the ref got to be like, oh, is that a foul? Is that not? Like, make somebody, like, I'm going after this business and I'm not just going to be so by the book that I'm like, okay, he went by me. No, you got to be ferocious in business. And that is true. And obviously he would know.
For sure.
Okay, Eddie, you got anything while I'm looking for my next one?
I just text one to the chat.
You text one? Okay, let me see what it is. I'll say it. This is good. Okay, and I know you like this fella. Everything you do is 100% up to you. So why not give it 100%? Nick Saban.
What's up, Nick?
The GOAT. Everything you do is 100% up to you, so why not give it 100%? I love this because so many of us want to play the victim. Oh, the realtor didn't call me back. Oh, the broker didn't give me a chance to learn about the stock. Oh, da-da-da. Like, you said this before, we have to stop playing the victim. It's on you, 100%.
Because you're an adult. That's what it boils down to. You're not a child anymore. You're not going to be able to place the blame for old stuff.
Yeah.
This is not, because number one, no one cares, and number two, it's not going to get you nowhere.
It's not going to get you nowhere. It's 100% up to you, so why not give it 100%? I like that, man. That motivates me. Give it 100% every time. It's back on you. Keep going.
So me?
Yeah, we got a few more.
Well, I'm going to give one that my grandfather used to tell me.
This is good.
It's better to cheat than repeat. No, I got another one. I just had to get that one out. Oh, my gosh. He used to tell me that when I was in school. I'm like, Pops, you are crazy.
Shout out to Pops. Wonderful
Rest in
man.
peace,
May he
Papa.
rest in peace.
All right. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great.
Don't be afraid to
give up the good to go for the great.
So,
what do you think that means? That's John D. Rockefeller, by the way.
John D. Rockefeller, like that's really, really profound, because it's like we got a good thing going with this podcast. But what if somebody else reach out to you tomorrow and say, hey, we can do something even greater? Like, you may have to give up the good. I think you still got to do it in the right way, right? Because you might hurt people. You want to still have integrity and do things. Like, you don't want to abandon yourself trying to chase a great thing, but you also don't want to stay stuck. Like, I got a good thing going, so I don't. It's like, it's like, no.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I got it. Sometimes you got to get away from the good to go to the great, and it's like, Even when you see some of these recording artists like move on from record deals or start working with different teams and stuff, it's like I gotta stand on my own too now.
And that's another way to look at it too. Don't be afraid. Like if you have a team or if you have a job that you're going for or that you're currently working with,
Right.
and another opportunity comes that you may be comfortable in that thing that you're doing, but this is a better opportunity for you.
And you know it.
And you know that it's a better opportunity for you. But the problem is you got to move from that place to, I just did it actually.
It's gonna cost you something.
I just did it.
You just did
So
it.
me moving from LA to,
Yeah, you just did it. Like it's gonna cost you.
for sure.
It's gonna cost you. And
Dang, that's crazy.
sometimes, you know, you might have to move again. You might have to move to
sure.
Charlotte. You never know. Like,
You hear the filler?
so we
That
can
was a
really
good filler.
so we can really, you know, get to it.
Nah, that's a fact.
Or Miami, wherever. Okay, I got another one, y'all. This is something important. The secret to successful hiring is this: look for the people who want to change the world. The secret to successful hiring is this: look for the people who want to change the world. Mark Benoff. I'm not sure who that is. I know must be an entrepreneur. But yeah, man, you can't teach people passion. You really can't. I'm finding you can probably show people passion, but you definitely can't just like, I don't know, if you can fully teach it.
You talking about teach passion? No.
Yeah, like the right people. When you're trying to hire the right people, he's saying that you need somebody who's, you know, what is he saying? Who want to change the world. Like, if you want to change the world, you're pretty passionate. You got
For sure.
big plans. You're ambitious. Like, so it's like when you're trying to hire people, look for that. Don't look for nobody that's just want to be status quo. Because status quo never gets it done.
No, facts.
It's like, if you're going to be status quo, like, go work at the post office.
Yeah.
Just do something that don't require you to necessarily hit no metrics. You still got to do work,
Right.
get paid well.
Right.
But ain't nobody thinking about, you know, oh, I got to open up another post office. No, it's like a government thing. It's a
Facts.
stable thing. It's necessary for our world. No shade to them. It's necessary. But man, that is something. After hiring people, I now need to
Understand
know
it.
better how to hire people.
Nah,
and you
facts.
need people that's going to want to change the world.
Facts.
It's on you.
Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it.
I said that one already. I said that one earlier.
Oh, you did?
Henry David Thoreau.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, give me a different one.
The best way to predict the future is to create it.
Yeah, who said that?
Peter Drucker.
Best way to predict the future is to create it. What you think that mean?
I think it's about being ahead of the curve. And when I say that, for example, AI right now, like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like this AI stuff. But you can really create a lane, create a business, create anything you want with AI. So if there's a solution to a need and you could create that from that space,
Yeah.
now you're creating a whole lane that can change the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah. I mean, I think what it means to me is we trying to determine if we're going to have wealth and riches and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, the only way you can predict it is to fully create it, you know? And we out of time. But I want to throw one more in here. If you really look closely, most overnight successes took a long time. That's Steve Jobs. So don't fall for the okie doke. This is an ongoing thing. For people to make you think like success is this thing that just boom happens. No, nobody that's truly successful, it just don't happen overnight. And when it do happen very quickly, it usually don't last very long.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be willing to
Put in the work.
Go and endure for the long haul.
For sure.
You need these thoughts, wealthy thoughts. You got to have this type of mindset to really succeed. So I hope this helped you as much as it helped us. It's your boy, StephenMotivate.
Steve James.
Until next time, peace.